Well, welcome back. This is week 3 of our Off the Wall podcast. I want to encourage you, if you've missed our first 2, we discussed AI, we discussed superheroes. Make sure you go back and check that out. But let me introduce our guest today. We're going to start with the wonderful Bella.
That's not where I thought that was going. He was sucking a loop.
I was trying to, because you're a student, I was like, I can't say that. So just say wonderful, Jeff. Just say wonderful. Just say wonderful. Just say wonderful. Can't fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I was start over. Okay, all right.
You want to start over?
Should we keep going? Just keep going. Okay, all right. Okay, you'll edit it out. Okay,
I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm gonna keep it in.
You're gonna keep it in. Okay, so let's introduce yourself. What's your name? School, grade. You give it to us a fun fact about you. What do you got?
I'm Bella, and I'm in 11th grade, and I go to Palo, cool school. And my fun fact would probably be I can solve a Rubik's Cube in like less than 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Our next guest, Prince Cleansby, you're a pro. Correct, you are a pro. You're a pro, but like your name? Trayvon, Trevor, DJ Tremaine. Welcome. So people know you. We got you. All right. Okay. Then last but not least, we know Miss Sarah Nova.
What is up, guys?
What is happening?
Thanks for having me on the pod.
No, listen, it's glad to have you, Sarah. You're No, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I want to start with you guys. All right. So we've discussed a few different things. We have AI. We've done superheroes. But today's about aliens. We're going to talk about aliens and the, I guess what is that? The supernatural, if you will. Now, full disclosure here. I'm not sure where I land with it all, but I'm eager to see where you guys, I guess, where we take this thing and where it all goes. But I want to hear your thoughts. But like we did with the AI, I think it was AI or maybe the superhero movie. I want to know maybe something that you've watched and which is like, man, maybe whether it was a song, whether it was a movie, or it was a show that relates to this is my favorite alien or supernatural show that I've ever seen. What is it? What would you say, Bella?
All right, I'm gonna say. Show-wise, definitely Stranger Things. It's a great show, and I would consider it alien.
That's a good one.
Another dimension, yeah.
Changing Jeff's mind already?
No. We ain't converting Jeff yet.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, all right. Okay, no comment. Okay, Trayvon, what do you got?
I don't know for show outside of Stranger Things, but for movies, probably like Men in Black, man. No. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a classic.
What's the guy? The alien dude. The alien who comes into Earth, and he's like, sugar in water.
New accent unlocked.
Come on, come here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. It was great. It's a great movie.
So either that one or Arrival. Have you ever seen that? Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner. It's pretty good. That one is, I feel like, would be more of like an accurate representation of like what would potentially happen. It's pretty trippy.
No,
yeah, go check it out.
What you're saying.
It's good.
But it's okay.
It was a short story.
How long ago was this?
Probably like 2016.
Ooh, outdated.
Okay. All right. 2016. Sarah, what do you got?
I'd probably have to agree with the Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love Men in Black. It's
Of
a
all the
classic.
films, Men in Black. It is a classic.
It's really cool. I just like the concept, and it's just cool. Like just seeing all their little gadgets they have in like their headquarters. I don't know. It's cool.
It's probably
Yeah.
real, for being honest, but that's a whole other thing.
Okay, we'll get there, Trey.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying that is a possibility for sure.
He's jumping timelines over here.
The Men in Black. Yeah, I watched that movie literally multiple times between that and Independence Day, which I'm gonna go with.
Yep.
So Will Smith did a lot of sci-fi. Apparently.
I was about to say, yeah, he
It
did.
fits into his little. Anyways, but I've done Independence Day. I think that was probably one of my favorites. But at least one of the first ones that I did see that I thought was interesting and fun. I think I know every line of that movie as well. Really, just a good movie.
It is
that was
great.
when he left Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
He had tried
cool.
to adultify himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was like a transition period. So many things in there, but it's okay. It was good. So when you think about it like this, I guess they did the extraterrestrial, if you will. Like, are you guys believers?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go? You want to go?
ahead, Trey.
I don't know if I should get into it all, but
gosh.
the conversation is going
Believer
to.
or non-believer?
There's no
Trey?
I am
Let's
a
hear it.
believer. I don't
In
hide
what
the
way?
fact that I'm a believer.
In what way? Because?
Well, I feel like even just like I remember being in science class, even as like a kid, and them just talking about like the universe is forever expanding, and there are all these billions and billions of galaxies and all these different things. I'm just like, there's logically speaking, because I know you like logic. Logically speaking,
Why say it like that?
no, because you do. You made it a point in the
I'd
first
like to hear
episode of
some
the
facts.
show. Trust me. All I'm saying is, logically speaking, there's no way we're the only ones that exist. At least in the level of like sentience and intelligence and stuff.
Sentience.
So you believe that they are real?
Oh, 100%. They're alive. They're here among us for sure.
Aliens are here.
100%.
Oh wow.
100%.
Interesting.
I'm gonna stop.
It's the pause.
I've got one thought.
Cricket sounds
One thought. I
here.
don't know if we can. Do you believe? Let me see here.
Oh my gosh, you have files?
Let me see. Do you think
Stop. Stop, I swear.
is she one of them?
Oh,
Is she one of
I
them?
can confirm she's their leader.
She's the leader. Okay, now that's
She's
the
their
first
queen.
person that I have.
She's
I
their
can see that.
alien
100%.
queen.
100%.
Then
There's multiple.
who is
Make
this
sure
person?
You're getting them in frame.
Who is this?
She's literally levitating.
Dude, who
Who
is
is
that? Who is that shorty? That's crazy.
Is that?
Oh my gosh.
This is what they look like.
That's
So
wild.
They're here among us.
That's
Not too pretty photos, bro. Stop.
See, I was not prepared for
he's
this.
making it a joke.
I knew
No,
y'all
I'm
were
not.
making it a
no,
joke, but
listen.
it's so real.
Okay, all right, Bella. What do you think? Well, why and why? Because I want to hear this.
All right, I'm gonna say non-believer. I was side-eyeing Trey a little bit, just a little, but
Okay.
I'm gonna say non-believer because I'm just gonna give you my reasons.
You give me a reason.
All right.
What do you got?
Well, okay, biblically speaking,
Okay.
it is like when God was talking about He created the heavens and the earth, He created animals and people. He never mentioned that He wanted us to go out into space or anything like that. And so, I mean, it might be ignorant of me to consider that as like an all out rule out, like no way possibility.
Okay.
But I'm thinking in my head, if those are at anything, what if they're just demons? What if they're just flat out demons? Like they're not extraterrestrial.
Okay.
It's just demons.
Trevon, any rebuttal?
Well, I would just say that like you can interpret both angels and demons as aliens technically because it's things that we consider extraterrestrial things not of this earth.
But it's just
That's-
physicalities you're talking about?
Yeah, I feel like that
Okay.
that could easily just be that. Like
But biblically speaking.
biblically speaking, it doesn't. The Bible is not a science book, so let's go there
no.
first.
I agree with that
Oh, wait a
statement.
second. It's not a science book, but
It's not. It's not
But-
a science book, but it gives us the outline of things, but it doesn't give us the like specifics. So like you could see how like gravity is alluded to, but it doesn't tell us how gravity works or what gravity is.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So the creation of things.
Yeah, it doesn't go into all the specifics.
I just think for our own protection, like there's just things that God would like never want us to
100%.
know for our own sanity.
Okay. So you're a believer then.
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Well, okay. How do you figure that, Sarah?
I just think if God is so creative and he's just like a mastermind, it's not that unlikely that he created other species. Like if there's a spiritual realm, if there's all these weird looking like sea creatures that we've never seen, it's not that unlikely that there's like other living things. And that doesn't mean they look like your traditional like green with the big eyes or whatever, but like I do believe that there's other living things. I just don't think God would make this entire like galaxy with just Earth and like humans. I don't know.
Okay.
I think maybe
That's
we're
a
the
good
only
point.
ones that obviously are made in his image and that he has a relationship with us in the way he does.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
Okay. So let me back this up. You agree that we are the only human beings are the only people, right, that would have a relationship with God. But aliens, why not?
I
Because
mean,
if
maybe-
God
no.
created
I don't
aliens,
know about
I think it's just
relationship.
different.
I think yes, but I think we're the only ones that were made in his image. The Bible's very clear about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that.
Yep.
But I don't think that doesn't mean that if aliens were to come down that they couldn't have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I think they all know the Father.
Wait, what
I
just
think every
happened?
living thing knows the Father.
100%.
Okay.
I mean, if it says like the flowers and like whatever, like praise his name,
okay, this is okay. Oh.
I think any
on.
living
If the
thing would just know the
mountains,
Father.
if the mountains,
Copyright.
Come on, sing
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Copyright. No.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say this. I don't get the fascination. I think it's all like it's. I think it's like one of those things that we just talk about just to talk about. I don't think it's.
No, I disagree because I
Okay.
think there's like a level of one. I think if this is a thing that exists, we as like a people need to acknowledge that it like could exist and the implications it could have on like our well-being, our national security. Like there's like who's to say that they don't come down and like rain fire on us? You know what I mean? So it's like it would be just dumb to like ignore that. Hey, there might be something out there that could harm us eventually. Like what are we doing to prepare? At least in that way. I also think there's just a fascination with people don't necessarily like maybe enjoy their lives here on Earth and have fascinations with other things. We talked about that a little bit on the
That's
Heroes and
true.
Villains.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I want this escapism. Some people look to the stars and are like, even though they're not saying, "Oh, I want to like go off and live on this other
Right.
planet." Sometimes they get caught up in those things because
Yeah.
they're just not. they don't want to focus on the things that are here.
They're not satisfied with
Yeah.
what the world has.
But you ultimately you're serious when you say like you're convinced there is another.
No, 100%. I am. Like, I just think logically, and I just think again, I can't go into some of that. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I would say this. I don't get the fascination, but I also too would not rule it out. I do believe. I think I had that same a little legitimate same thought. Our God is a very creative God.
Oh, 100%.
And God has the fact that we cannot see heaven and we cannot imagine what heaven looks like.
Right.
We can try to, but we can't fathom it. Like no eye has seen, no ears heard. Like what it all. That's phenomenal, right? Like just to be around what that's all going to look like.
Yeah.
So. I don't know what God has done or what God is doing in other galaxies. I'm actually watching a you ever seen The 100?
I watched a couple
Netflix show.
episodes.
Netflix show,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I went all the way through. I'm watching
Dang, you're
rewatching a second
dedicated.
time for whatever reason on the last season, and they're on a different planet now. They're going to like planet Beta somewhere else. Blah 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 whatever. But they're talking about these different elements and like where they're at, how these different life forms, and I'm like, okay, your imagination, you're getting that from something somewhere. I don't think you're just. The creativity is in you. It comes from
100%,
something.
yeah.
And so I'd be naive to say that there aren't other life forms on other planets or aren't other galaxies because by definition of who God is, he is forever and he will always exist and he will exist and for all time. And so because of that, we will learn to know more about God from the moment we meet him all the way through all throughout eternity. So if that's the
true.
case, what can he make? What hasn't he made? What are things that we're going to see?
That's true. There was you continue to always learn about God the more and more obviously you spend time in scripture, but it's cool that he is so big that we might not know about it, but the possibilities that these extraterrestrials are I think honestly going back to the reason that people probably are fascinated with it is because we have no clue what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
sure.
And so because of that, it's leaves this open box of this mystery. And so maybe what I'm thinking is aliens could be something we've created to kind of put a name to what we don't know, you know? We don't know what it is yet. And so because we don't, and obviously God does, and if there is something that's crazy, but if there is, that's, but if it's not also, what if it's just stars out there, and what if we're just trying to put a name to it because we don't know?
That's actually a good point too.
Do you guys stars and planets, all this stuff? I mean, do you guys follow any of the life on Mars kind of stuff?
Sometimes, not as much. I just kind of see stuff pop up on Instagram, whatever. I don't spend my time, maybe you don't believe this, but I don't spend my time at home with a giant cork board where I'm attaching string to things and going, yes, aliens
I
exist.
heard
and blah, blah, blah,
COVID
blah.
came from Mars.
Okay, no.
That's
Stop.
crazy.
Stop.
I heard COVID came from a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a good
It
point.
was really Mars.
Don't.
Oh, do you believe that?
The aliens.
They
Do you
brought
believe
it.
the aliens, they cursed us with COVID?
I don't
So
know
now
what
you believe in
happened.
aliens.
Oh, no, I don't know what happened.
No, but now you believe in aliens. You can't believe COVID came from
You're
Mars
kinda
and saying
contradicting
aliens brought it
yourself.
No, I
if you don't
said the
believe in
aliens.
aliens.
You guys
Oh,
said there's
Jeff.
aliens, so I'm saying the aliens brought it.
Well, if you don't believe that they exist, then they couldn't have brought COVID.
I'm listening to what the people say, man. I'm following. So.
Don't be a
people?
sheep.
You're so
But life on Mars, honestly,
No, yeah.
Because okay, you go ahead.
No, I definitely believe that life on Mars existed at some point. I don't think they currently live there anymore. Obviously, with all the rovers and stuff that we've had, we see that clearly there was water at one point on this planet. It looked a lot like Earth at some point. Obviously, a lot smaller. So
Is that factual, really?
Yes,
Okay.
there was water on
okay.
Mars. There once was running water. Now we've actually found ice in certain pockets, and so we're gonna try and maybe send some colonies to live there because they could get water from the planet. But again, I think a long time ago they existed. I think they destroyed their atmosphere similar to what we're doing now, and they were
Wait a
eventually
second.
killed.
Whoa, back up.
What?
So you believe life on Mars, human beings, could have been on Mars?
I don't think human beings. I'm thinking whatever it was, eventually their atmosphere was just damaged so much that
Yep.
it became uninhabitable.
They had to pick up and leave.
So if
That's
they
what
were
we're gonna do.
If
Come
they were
on.
calling,
Oh.
I mean, I
Oh,
don't-
we're leaving, bro. I'm telling you right now, we're leaving Earth.
I ain't
going
dipping.
where?
I ain't gonna dip.
I ain't dipping.
I don't know. Okay,
It's
here's
gonna
a
be
question.
like Wall-E.
Hold on, I just got a really trippy question.
Okay.
if we left Earth, right, and the rapture happened,
Oh shoot.
am I still getting raptured if I'm on Mars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
wait.
God saves his
Okay,
people.
great.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
could go follow the aliens and be fine.
Ooh, okay,
What
now
does that
you're gonna
mean?
be siblings real quick.
I don't know what that means.
You're
I don't
gonna
know.
follow the aliens.
If they were like, "Hey, bro, we want to take you back to our planet," I'd be like, "I bet."
There's
Follow-up
but there is
question, would you?
Go ahead.
Sorry, follow-up question, would you?
It depends.
If you'd seen an alien and it came up to you
Could I
and
br-
was
hey,
like,
here's again.
Trey,
Yes.
be my friend.
If
I
she
would
walked
Trey,
up to
come
you,
with me.
Well, I'm not friends with that
If
thing.
she-
So
if she walked up to you, I want to know.
would
You
you
follow.
would I follow that?
can't look at that face
Absolutely
right
not.
now.
That's my mother actually. So
Oh.
actually my father. I'm so sorry.
This is your father?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Confusing.
Fran, if you're
isn't
seeing
it?
this, I love you.
No, but I'm just saying though, like for real, I think it would depend on a few things. Like because like I'd be like, can I bring my family? Could I bring like my girlfriend? Like I need to know that because I
No,
would like.
What
But if I
if,
could,
what if it's
okay.
a full
Absolutely not.
Jesus
You
moment?
talk
Like
about-
leave your life
you're
behind,
talking about
follow me.
colonization.
okay, but then he ain't Jesus. Like
You're saying this, like, let's say it is they come to you guys and they're an experiment. They're gonna take you and your boyfriend with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we're gonna colonize Mars. Are you taking Cola? Are you taking Faith?
if they were like, hey, we're gonna go colonize. I actually.
Okay, can I
go.
say something?
Yeah.
There needs to be some kind of trust built. Like I'm not just gonna go with no random. I don't care if you're an alien
You
or a
see, you have a
human.
little bit
Like
more logic
I'm
to
not
me.
going nowhere unless there's some trust built there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. I almost like when they were like trying to figure out to send the first colony to Mars. I almost signed up.
No, you did not.
Swear.
No, you did not.
Swear, me and my cousin. Yeah.
You
Swear.
and your cousin
You're gonna
almost
leave
just
Faith.
This was like
Well-
pre-faith. This is like way pre-faith. I was like
Oh,
17 or 18.
okay,
This is
okay,
pre-faith.
okay.
This is pre-faith. This
The
is
Lord
He wants
save you,
out.
everyone.
PF.
I was gonna say Faith. We're gonna have to talk after
No,
this.
no,
girl.
no. This is pre-faith. I was like, bro, I was like fresh out of high school, just like starting college, and I was like, dang. And I wanted to be in NASA for a long time because of my fascination with space and stuff.
Okay.
And so I was just like, dude, like I could go. I literally have a poster. It's not in my room, not my house anymore since I moved. You know, I'm a grown up now. Can't have this. But I had an astronaut who's on Mars. And it's like the Uncle Sam poster where they pointed. It's like,
I know
we
what
need
you're
you,
talking about.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the army poster.
Yeah, but with an astronaut on Mars because I was like so convinced that I had to go to
propaganda
Mars.
looking.
Yeah.
So you would So you answered that question about okay.
I just have such a fascination with like
Yeah.
what's out there.
What
man.
would you
That's
do, Jeff?
crazy.
no,
Obviously not.
No,
Jeff would
What?
look at them and
Listen,
laugh.
Earth,
Bruh.
Earth,
Earth
we're
is
here.
where I'm from.
I think
Earth
I
is
said
your hood, Earth.
Yeah, EARF, Earth.
Earth.
In the right part of the city, it's Earth. Nothing.
You're
it's like
dumb.
what's Samuel Jackson always say?
Well, he says a lot of things.
No,
I
what's
can't
no,
say.
it's hilarious. No. Gosh, it's a Axum.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Doesn't say ask. He says
Axe. Yeah.
Hey, Samuel.
Oh
It's like
Did you
people to
misspell
say
it?
like pizza.
no, absolutely
Stop.
not.
Stop.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Yeah, but get
question
back on
about-
topic. Back on
okay,
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UFOs.
Okay.
Do they
Cool.
exist?
Oh,
They're not
Don't-
called
oh,
UFOs
I think you mean
anymore.
UFAs.
They're
lecture.
not.
Jeff, they're
UP
UFAs.
They're UPAs.
All right, can I say
UPA?
something?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What
Or
is
UAPs,
okay? You
let
can
me
clarify this.
see.
Go ahead.
I got
Okay,
it.
well-
That's who Robert's.
I just think like if humans,
UAP.
if we have like modes of transportation, like planes or helicopters, like aliens would need some kind of transportation too.
Word.
Do you think
I mean,
their
come on, it's just as simple as that.
Do you think their intelligence is above ours?
Yes.
I think
if they're here,
And
yes.
based,
I think
why?
yes. I
How?
think it's
Because
possible.
that means they came from outside of our solar system, which means they have modes of transportation that we don't have.
But we have airplanes, and that's a
We,
mode of
no,
transportation.
yes, but we do not have anything to go visit where they're from and make there in one journey.
Or maybe
within because it's
At the
light
light
years.
speed- light
It's
speed-
light years.
light
We
years.
cannot travel at light speed yet.
What if they're in cryosleep and then they come wake up?
Bro, that'd be freaking cool.
And
We don't have
cryo-
cryo sleep.
Yes.
so-
maybe their intelligence isn't like above ours, but it's
No,
just
it definitely
faster than
is.
ours. It could be like that too. I don't know.
So you think UFAs, PADs, exist?
UAPs,
Whatever.
UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena.
And now, why do
There
they
you go.
change? I don't get Rob was saying that a
Because
minute
they're
ago.
not
What does that
necessarily. They
mean?
don't know if they're necessarily objects.
What is it? By definition,
be
it's
an orb.
object.
Yeah, they can
It
be
could
like
be an
orbs,
orb.
like zaps of
It
light.
could be lights.
You know?
They don't
Are
know.
you serious?
But then
Yes.
that's what
Where are you
is
getting
a
this from? Where
shooting
do you
star
see this?
considered a UFO?
I don't know. What if I could travel in light, bro?
No.
We don't know how they work.
You're joking.
I'm not. How do you know? You don't.
we don't, but like,
You
let's
don't
like,
know.
do you
Jesus
think
is coming.
this is like
Jesus.
This is
Yeah. And podcast over. Jesus is coming.
Word up.
it's all conspiracy. Do you not think?
It's not necessarily conspiracy because I told her this earlier. I have an exact 510 sightings of UAP since 2004. How's that a conspiracy?
Okay.
But
and
how-
that comes from our government.
Unidentified
But how-
what?
That comes from our unidentified aerial phenomena.
Okay, but then
Okay.
that could be considered a shooting star.
No,
No,
it's not because
'cause
they know
that's not
exactly what they are.
unidentified,
And it's,
yeah.
yes, they know what it is. That's identifiable. So this comes from the Department of Defense. Okay, they're the ones saying that there are 510 of these sightings. Now, I think like 173 of them or something weird like that. They've identified as like, oh, that's a drone from China or that's a drone from Russia or whatever. But that still leaves over 400 where there's like, yeah, we have no idea. And that's coming from people in the Navy and the Air Force when they're flying
this is
and they're
public
tracking.
knowledge.
Yes, this is
Backed
public
up?
knowledge.
Can- my
Public
phone-
knowledge. You can
I've-
go and watch videos. It's crazy.
Listen, they're coming. Turn your phone off, please. They're coming.
Stop.
They're tracking us. I don't know what's happening.
Have you seen? Have
Guys,
you
we
have you
forgot to
seen
shut
any of
our
those
phones
videos?
off.
What's that?
Leave
Have you
in
seen?
our
Have you
phones
watched
in the
any of the
restroom.
videos?
No, I honestly, here's
You
my thing.
should.
No, I can't. And I'll say this.
So then you can't speak because then it's from a place of ignorance.
No, it's not.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
If you're not informing yourself, you can't speak on
Listen,
a topic.
I'm saying this much. It's just clickbait in my opinion.
How is it
So it has nothing to do
clickbait?
with like, ooh, something just shut off, but it's okay.
No, you're good.
To me, in my opinion, it's like you're trying to get me to engage. And my problem is there are certain things I will not engage in or read up on specifically because I know where my brain goes.
Yes, and that's
so
fair.
It just goes off the.
Yes, but if you
Yeah.
choose to not like watch that and consume that, but we do and we're talking about it, you can't treat it as if it isn't real or
No,
not
I'm not
fact.
saying it's not real. I'm just like, really?
But I'm just saying no. But like,
I challenge it.
Yes, you can challenge it all you want, but this is coming from like men and women in the Air Force, in the Navy, who are capturing these things, who have they're reporting it to their higher ups. Like they have no reason to lie.
But where are you getting this information from?
This is information that's released to the public after time.
But where? From where?
Okay, but where?
Everywhere.
It's
All of the
everywhere.
major
It's
news
everywhere.
sources.
Yeah.
Every
Like
major news source.
government.gov?
Yeah. Well, you could find something on a government website.
Wait,
But the government is releasing this stuff to the news through media releases.
Okay.
With videos, with documents. Obviously, stuff is redacted, but it's like.
But do you think the media tries to push this image of it?
Thank you.
I do-
Thank you.
Hold on.
I do not
Because-
deny that. I do not deny that.
Because if they're pushing this image of it, why are they even allowing it to be pushed if it's a real thing? Because they wouldn't want us to know about it if it
I
was.
disagree. This is the thing. They're not claiming that, yes, these are aliens or this whatever. They're like, no, these are just things we don't know. But the way that they approach it is they let the media take control to avoid mass hysteria. That's the whole. You can't tell them like, hey, aliens are real. People would lose their freaking minds.
Why? They just released the UFA today.
UAPs.
Yeah, if they're
No,
gonna
but that
release
doesn't.
that.
But they clearly state in those documents, we are not saying extraterrestrials exist. We do not know. It is a possibility. These could be drones. These could be vehicles. These could be whatever these stupid things are.
Okay.
Could be from other countries.
Okay.
And some of it's probably us, if we're being honest. Some of our government that they're just keeping super hush hush about. But they're never
Honesty.
going to come out and straight up say that. People will lose their minds.
I don't think they would do that.
What would be the point of going to work if
All
you
right,
knew aliens
okay.
were here and they could kill us any second?
Same vein.
Trey would go to Mars.
Do you,
Word.
Area 51.
Oh yes.
Is that a thing? Does that exist then?
Well,
Oh, yeah,
it
it
does.
does.
Okay, I'm
does
sorry.
exist, like,
Back up.
We all know that.
We know it exists. But is Area 51 more of a
Men in Black situation.
yes?
Okay.
See, we just don't know. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
Like you can only think up things, but
Funky.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I have seen things on like conspiracy theories on YouTube and stuff like that where they're like, oh, pull up like we're like they were like undoing a UFO. But the thing is like I feel like if that was even a possibility, like I'm sure like if aliens did exist, we would have zero clue that it was a thing in general. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I think the government protects so much and allows society so much to know what they want us to know. And
sure.
so like if they even had like anything at Area 51 that possibly could lead to society blowing up for some reason, I don't think they'd hold it there. I think that might be a detour for people to look there while they do somewhere else, if anything. But I don't think they have.
I
anything.
definitely think the detour thing sometimes because I'm just like
Detour
it's a
meaning
general.
what?
It's
Meaning
a,
what?
Like, hey guys, this is where we do top secret
Yes,
stuff.
Honestly,
Look over
exactly.
here.
that makes sense
Exactly.
because why is it so obvious? Like
No,
where it is.
I don't
like,
deny
why is
that.
it not
I
hidden
don't
in a
deny that they
mountain or
do.
something?
They do experimental research there. Like, we know that's
Yes,
knowledge.
it's a thing,
but
yes.
we don't know to what extent. They're probably again, if we had alien stuff, it ain't gonna be there, bro.
It's not. That's what I would.
Everyone
think.
know. Remember the whole Storm Area 51 thing?
No.
Wow, I remember. I completely forgot
no.
about
What
that.
year was this?
One.
No, that
This
was
was
a
like-
thing.
was
That
this
was
during
in 20. That was during. I think it was.
I think it
during
was
COVID.
People were like,
COVID.
"Hey, we're gonna go find the aliens. We're gonna storm Area 51."
No, it was a lot of people
It was
that
like
wanted to do that.
thousands of dude,
And
it
people
blew
were
up.
getting like shot.
Yeah, people were getting shot.
Yeah.
It was crazy because they started. You're
It's
approaching
the
a
military.
government facility. What are you doing?
Like, yeah, like
So
that
I-
was,
Bro, my
That's good.
favorite stuff from that though was people like, "Yeah, I'm gonna find me an alien boo thing," you know? Bro, pause.
They're desperate out
It
here,
was
man.
crazy,
They're
bro.
desperate out
Hey,
here.
they really are, but it was funny, man.
A
It
boo
was,
thing with tentacles. Let's go. Let's go.
it's better
That's
than a
where-
robot.
that's where,
Let me talk about my wife, bro.
but
So
at
I
least the
have a
alien's
question
real.
for you
know what I mean?
guys. I have a
Does it
question.
have solo?
The way
No.
that the Area 51 is so guarded,
Yep.
do you
Yeah.
think that's like a part of the detour
That's all
thing?
military.
Probably,
though.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
military-
But it's a military
Yeah, it's a
facility.
base.
so like
Any
that.
military barracks is
Yeah,
guarded.
Okay.
for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I don't think they
That's
would.
fair.
I don't think they're gonna like. I think that like maybe they do that to protect it again to like detour from
Yeah.
something. But I don't think if they had absolutely anything related to extraterrestrial life or like UFAs or whatever, they wouldn't keep it there. They wouldn't, because it's so known about now.
It's really strange, man.
And especially because, like, you think about it, like, the people that work there, like, obviously they're required not to say anything, but, like, if they did have anything there, who's to say they wouldn't go say something either? And then people would continue.
I would say the government would go handle that. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah.
You don't ever speak out of line, no matter what department you're in. If you start speaking out and giving out, bye-bye.
Clipped.
Never heard that person
Sent to
again.
Mars.
Yeah,
Sent
for
to
real.
Mars.
They hear us everywhere. They're listening to this podcast right now.
100%.
Like,
We've all been red
Really?
flagged. You know what I mean? We've all been red flagged.
I'm all powers off my phone.
They're on here.
Oh, they're on the computer.
like, guys, how much are they
listening
gonna
to the
say?
TVs.
All right, so let's picture this. If you had an alien, he's in the room, she's in the room. You get 1, 2, 3 questions. Whatever. What do you? Sorry.
Stop.
let's stop there.
Stop. Pause.
Let's stop there.
Yeah.
Pause.
Continue
My
your
bad.
question there, Jeff.
Continue. Stop.
It's a Q&A with an alien. What would you ask?
Okay, I would ask if it had time machines, because my thing is, like, I wonder, like, how they travel, like, if they travel through time, if they travel through light, or how do they travel so quickly, and, like, what are they doing? And
Define
that
quickly though. Why is it quick?
I don't know. I feel like in my mind, if I had to think about aliens, I think like considering like what UFOs, like the image we have in our mind about it, I feel like I've seen like conspiracy theories where they're like they travel at this speed or that speed, and it's just like that, like light speed through space. So I would wonder, like, are they using time travel, or are they like, did they build machines? Like, how do they travel space?
That's valid, because space is built different than like
was
Earth's
about to say.
atmosphere.
It's built
We're-
different.
What are you asking him or her?
Well,
It.
I'm going to ask them if they know who God is.
Okay.
Like, like, do you have any idea of who God is? Do you recognize that there's a
a
God of
valid
the universe?
question.
Like, do you think you were created by something?
Am I going to
Were
see you in heaven or?
Yeah, you got the breath of life in you? Yes or no? I got to talk to you about Genesis after this anyway.
I would say, I'm just curious, like, what aliens think of us. Like,
Yeah.
what are their concerns? What are their intentions with us? Just what do they think about us?
Yeah,
Because I'm
that's
sure
good.
they have their whole, like perception of just the human race. I'm just really curious what that is.
Yeah,
Can
that's
I-
good.
I'd want to know if they find us attractive.
Oh wow.
We're probably so ugly to them.
And
Well, they're
vice
probably,
versa.
I was going to say, I mean,
Vice
anything
Or
versa.
maybe we're really beautiful to them.
that's
Maybe that's
Maybe.
why they're so.
fascinated.
Yeah.
They're like, wow,
Yes.
these people are so just.
What if? Nope, not a good question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because you said like if it were to be hundreds and hundreds of years,
Yeah.
do you think then are aliens like back in the day, like are they the way that like back in the day was like people could live till 900s,
I
or
don't
do
know.
you think it's like they're like
I think it's like
existing
it's
for
just their biology.
I think
Like,
everything about them is different than us.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, I mean, where they live, the things they consume, their biology, their makeup is.
I
gonna
wonder
be
if they
different.
like feel love, like if they love each other.
That's weird, like feel emotions and stuff.
You know what I
That's
mean?
weird.
they would have to have a soul then, right?
Not necessarily. Animals feel.
Animals do feel, yeah.
But I argue animals have a soul, so that's a whole other
Whoa,
thing.
whoa, whoa!
That's okay. Now you're just.
There's
We'll
your
leave
hot
that
topic,
offline
Jeff.
from the
So,
pod.
yeah, that's
There's your hot
offline, but I
topic.
will show you. I've been doing a deep dive. I'll show you.
Animals do
That's a
not
different-
have souls.
that's
They
a
have the breath
different
of
pod.
life. It's mentioned 4 times with animals having the
Really?
breath of
All right,
life.
we're
They
staying
have
next
a
to that.
soul. So animals have
But
salvation.
again, we have to go into the context of what does that mean when it comes to the fall.
Okay.
Should they still be in the garden? I don't know.
You know,
Okay.
That's a whole other
anyway, yeah,
conversation.
let's
Yeah,
not
back to
let's
the
not get
conversation.
into that.
All
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for going, I guess, there, if you will. These aliens are, man, I don't know why they're so fascinating, but
I
they
have a
are.
final question.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
A final question for everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess this is posed to Christians in general.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you think that aliens' existence would shake your faith in any way, shape, or form? Should it reshape the way you think about things? Should it shake any of your fundamentals, beliefs on creation, all that stuff?
I'll respond, I guess,
Okay.
first. I don't think it would shake my faith
Okay.
at all, because I think when you're building your life on scripture and on the Bible, you naturally have strength from God.
Yeah.
And so I don't think anything, like obviously in my mentally, like in my intelligence be like, what the heck?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I would definitely be like, I trust you, God. Like if this is something, like I believe you're the creator of all things. And if this is what you've created, then you know what? You have a plan for my life, and I'm just going to trust that. And so,
Yeah.
but it definitely would psych me out, because in my mind, I'm like, no, there's no way this is
Right.
not. And so it would mess with me intelligence wise. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. That's a good answer. I think it'd be a testing of our faith.
Oh, for sure.
It'd probably deepen it, if anything. Just like,
That's good.
Why?
because it's like you're finding something out, but in reality, you can't really do anything about it. You have to just keep trusting God, like, because our brains can be like a scary place if we let them wander too much. So
For sure.
That's true.
I think it's like it would just be a testing of like okay, yeah, I know this is real now, but I still need to trust in God. I still need to keep my focus on God. I can't take that focus off of God. So I think it would just kind of test how much we trust God, even with the unknown. And like, I don't know. I think it would be testing of it. I don't think it would shake
frankly
it.
wouldn't care at all. Honestly.
Well, I mean,
and
yeah,
I
for
say that
sure.
respect. I know.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't care because I
Just
think
like
at the end of the
Mars?
day, it's like I really don't like Mars is boring. This is not.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, at least to me. So I think there's a part of it where okay, like it's just another form of life.
Yeah.
So that I'd be like, okay, so what does this look like then? I think it'd be. I think someone said this. It would show again more. It would show more elements of who God is. It would show again His creativity. It would just show off even more that wow, this is who God is. That we are so limited in our thinking that we do believe we're the only forms of life
for sure.
But also here's God who is in us, who dwells within us when we choose Him. Well, someone argue He chose us. But I get it, but whatever. It's that it would be. That would be fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So I would not.
I just think about those that are like new in their faith.
Yep.
Like, how would that shake someone who just came to Christ? You know what I mean?
You think, but why would it rock their faith?
I just feel like it would, because like if you had these things that are just I mean, you could even consider them like gods if they have all these things that we could never as humans, depending on what their like qualities or traits are. I just think it would just make you question whether or not.
What you're believing
Yeah,
is
like what
correct.
what you're believing is correct.
I can see that.
But again, that's someone who is not
point.
like deep
Like
in their
deeply
walk with
rooted.
God,
Yeah.
who doesn't understand, like who's not spending time in Scripture, who's like, you know, like if I'm the casual like American Christian, is that going to shake? Like,
Right.
Ooh, and
No, I can see that.
I don't. Okay, I get it, but I don't get it. I don't think it
I
would.
think it like translates kind of like if you think about all the crazy things in the world that have been happening that like we've been warned about in the end times. Like I feel like the people that don't get affected by that are like people that are deeply rooted in their faith. So it's like I don't know. I just feel like for new believers to not be affected by like even just crazy things in the world, like it's hard, you know. So I just feel like for aliens, I feel like it would definitely, like he said, like it would probably like affect them, maybe psych them out, maybe make them scared or make their curiosity run wild.
Okay. Do you think, Trayvon? I mean, as we wrap this thing up, do you think there's a spot we could go to be? Cause you said you had some information there, some sites maybe. Because I don't know. I frankly,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
we could put a list of like some stuff, and I also found some pretty cool stuff that are just like it's a bunch of different point of views from a bunch of different
That'd be
theologians
helpful.
and pastors who just kind of like.
See, that's key. Yeah.
It's just it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The one that really caught me off guard was Billy Graham acknowledged that the potential of aliens exist, but he wouldn't fear them because he knows they're God's
I
creation.
didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to land there because I think that's important. I think we have to understand that as a Christian, it does not take away from your belief, nor
Right.
does it like
yeah.
Yeah.
it's all what God has done. Let God be God. So what does that look like for
Yeah.
us as we embrace? And if it's there, it's there. And if it's not, okay. But I don't think it's one of those issues where people get upset about a lot of things.
Yes.
I just don't know if this is
It shouldn't be one of them.
this is one.
No.
Of them.
It really should.
One of them at all.
I don't think I don't think it's a defining factor of whether even like salvation. Like I think like this is like everyone like it's like almost like an outfit choice. Like you know what I'm saying? Like someone could like wear this outfit, but you're not gonna wear that outfit. Like it's a whether you like it or not, or like really agree or not.
The preference.
Preference. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it should change your view on like Jesus or anything or yeah.
Oh, because the aliens.
That makes
I
me
have so
wonder
much I wanna
would
say about it.
it makes me
Yeah.
wonder would God use aliens in the like not the rapture but like the aftermath of rapture? Like, would he
that's
allow them
crazy.
Wow,
to come?
that's a crazy
Ooh, now I want
thought.
to go read Revelation. I look like that mindset of
I
like
know once you said
aliens.
Revelation, I was like, oh shoot.
In the aftermath,
Don't
I
go down
don't
that-
think.
don't
No,
go down
I
the
don't.
rabbit
I don't think
hole.
that's. No, I don't think that's
I didn't know.
accurate.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. But based off what I see, I think it's the rapture, the 7 years. It's based on like you preach it, post or whatever.
True.
Then you have a tribulation. But I don't know if the aliens are involved in there. I've never
But
seen
the
that.
reality is we don't know.
We
Because
don't.
God doesn't tell us everything.
It doesn't tell us everything, but it's there.
But
I mean,
it's
he
also
describes how it'll be.
apocalyptic literature.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of imagery, so
Yes.
you don't know
Yeah.
what those specific things are.
Yeah.
You have no. It's
actually have
alluded to.
questions.
It's alluded to.
It's
yeah.
alluded to.
Yes.
But that's
Yeah,
a whole.
after.
That's a whole other.
Yeah.
We could do a whole
shut
podcast
it.
on Revelation if we really wanted
Well, I
to.
just think if God didn't want us to know aliens were real, I don't, and they had something to do with like after the rapture, He would have put it in the Bible.
He wouldn't. You said?
I don't think He would if
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't want us to know the aliens
Yes.
are real.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting though. It's cool to think about.
Any final thoughts, Bella?
Can I ask one last question? or-
Okay, go ahead. Go.
Do you think we were ever meant to actually go into space? Like, is that because God said you have creative control over land
that's a
and the
good
sea,
question.
but He never said space?
Man,
Well, this is the land. Isn't the land technically space? He said.
Well, He said you have control over all of the land, and I mean, I don't know, like the root word if it meant like the earth and like everything around it, but He never said like heaven. Speaking of,
Interesting.
Genesis says, I feel like it tells us that Earth is our dominion.
yes.
So that we're supposed to take care of the Earth.
Exactly.
sure.
That's what I meant. And so, like, are we supposed to even touch or like explore
I don't think
space?
so. I don't
Really?
think we were meant to go into
Yeah,
space.
I don't
At
think
all?
so either.
I think God knew we would because the advancement of the human mind
Yes.
and like where that would take us in the future. But I don't think we were really meant to.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I forget,
It's
I could
weird.
see it as like a Tower of Babel thing almost, like to where like if we weren't supposed to, I feel like God would prevent us. But we're already exploring space at like, I don't know.
I
have a
think
weird-
it only proves more, again, space and science, especially space,
Yeah.
only prove more of God's existence.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's
Yeah.
like why
Yeah,
it's
of
okay. We just
course.
have the. I think when you approach it with the right mindset of like I'm doing this to understand God, I think that's where if you
Not from
do-
a secular point.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I think if
yeah.
you're not in a secular point of
Yes.
view,
Well-
but like that's where it's like I don't know.
I just think of like if you think about it, how dangerous space is to humans, like the way
100%.
we're designed. I just
Yeah.
don't know if
Yeah,
God
like
would
the
really want
Gs.
us playing around with that. I mean, now they've gotten to the technology where they can like safely travel in space. But imagine
Yeah.
at the beginning where it was a bunch of like
For sure. I mean,
trial and
cars,
error and
but-
stuff like that. Well, yeah.
I mean, we have a ton of
But,
things
like,
that we
if you
use
think
now
about
that
it,
are dangerous.
If the window of our car opens, we're not going to explode. So it's
But
like,
do you
Yes.
think, I mean, honestly, did we ever go to the moon?
Stop.
man,
There were
y'all
too many
have
men
a-
and women
All right, cut,
sacrificing.
guys, we're gonna cut.
We're done with
We're
that.
gonna cut now.
Stop. Give
just
your
kidding.
final remarks. I want to go home. I'm done with you. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, Jeff's
We're
mind.
done.
What
It's
a
been-
place to be.
It's
You're
been a
opening a
pleasure.
whole new can of
I
worms
know,
with that
I
one.
know the whole. Anyways, it's been a pleasure, Sarah, Trey, Bella. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank
No.
you so
This is interesting. I'm eager to see how it all comes together here.
Yeah.
This was
When it's
fun.
all said and
Yeah.
done. So we'll be back next week with the episode 5. I don't know the topic, but I know it'll be fun. So we will see you guys then. If you have any questions or comments, you come find one of us. We'd love to chat more with you about it. But hopefully you guys are finding yourselves well, having a good summer. But enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys back soon.